We just got done watching Gone with the Wind.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days.
Was it 2 days ago? It was 2 days ago.
I thought the movie was generally boring. It wasn't anything spectacular. Why do people think this is a classic?
I don't know.
Apparently Southern racism has some sort of lasting appeal, because otherwise I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why a lot of the movies we've seen are amazing. It's either because of special effects or an amazing story, but this just seems kind of dull in my... I mean, yes, it's a sad romantic movie, but maybe it's just I didn't like it for that reason, but I can't really see why this was so great other than the fact that it was 4 hours longer than it should have been.
This was essentially just an apologist movie for the South. I mean, like, everything is blamed on the Yankees coming down. There's like a major sort of nostalgia that everyone's having for the old plantation life, and like, oh my god, it's so terrible that she has to actually work now. I don't know. Basically, like, really, you get the feeling that they're trying to say, like, it was better when there was slavery. I mean, like, because the people, all of these slaves are sort of presented as people who can't really take care of themselves.
Yeah, it's pretty... There's a lot of racist, I don't even want to say undertones. It's really racist. There's a lot of racist things going on.
Yes.
And even beyond the just basic screenwriting and story, there's really not a lot to go to this film. The characters, I don't like any of them. I mean, Clark Gable is obviously billed as being the big attraction on this film. And even he is really... He's not that good looking for a movie actor. Not that that's important, but it's kind of important. He's really kind of not charming on screen. His character isn't interesting. He doesn't play his character well. And also Scarlett, who is arguably the main character of the movie, aggravating beyond all reason. I don't like to see her on screen. There's really, I don't know why this movie is lauded as being as good as it is.
Yeah, Scarlett, I had no sympathy for her. She was just a spoiled brat who is thrown into depression and then does anything to get out of it, and it's not the movie doesn't build her up so you like her from the start. You hate her from the start. She's despised by everyone. She's playing on all the men, even the ones that are married or are like about to get married, and she's just a brat pretty much. The characters are not great, and the storyline itself... Storyline is probably the best part of the movie. I mean, I can't think of a better reason for why people like this film.
Yeah. Let's just go back to the length for a second. It's entirely too long.
Oh, God.
We actually... Yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about it. We actually had to do shifts. We tried switching seating arrangements every 15 minutes to avoid falling asleep. And after a while, we just gave up doing that because there were so many shifts. Because it's a 4-hour-long movie, and it was just too hard to keep up with the schedule. And so, yeah, it's a struggle of a movie.
I don't know. There's supposed to be like a sort of theme of feminism here. I really didn't get it. Not at all. Because Scarlett is just like a horribly unlikable character.
Well, the theme of feminism, there is when she's bringing up the business and everyone's like, a woman's not supposed to be like handling a business, but she's kind of on top of everything and she's running it. That could be the only theme of feminism.
I would argue that Scarlett just gets kicked around for the entire movie. I mean, she's sort of... She's not I wouldn't call her an empowering female character because A, she's unlikable. B, she's vindictive in that she, is... It's just... She's in love with Ashley, who she doesn't end up getting married to. She gets married to Clark Gable, who...
Well, 3.
She gets married to a lot of people, but she just sort of, gets, thrown around from marriage to marriage. All the other women are just basically... all they gab about is what they're going to wear so that they can attract the eye of some attractive man who will then marry them and, set up their lives the rest of their life. I mean, it's not like, I don't think there's I didn't notice any feminist overtone.
I don't know. There's a difference between, like, I don't know, standing up for yourself and, like, working and just plain greed. She definitely, like, marries all these people just for, like, money or whatever, or, like, as a vendetta against them, at least with the first one. And she repeatedly sells out her friends.
Yes.
Yeah, and, I don't know, she's just a horribly unlikable character. I don't know how you could possibly argue that this movie is feminist.
They could have easily changed the storyline to make her a lot more likable, but they obviously did not, and I don't know why they did that on purpose.
I mean, it's based on a book. But
yeah, maybe the book was more interesting, but as a movie, no, it was too long of a story, and 4 hours is just unbearable unless it's amazing, which it was not. Final thoughts, I was unimpressed. Yes, there was one line at the very last moment that was awesome. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. But other than that, the movie was utterly disappointing.
That's really all I have to say. It's just too long, too boring. No good.
I don't know. The only way I can see this movie working is as a tragedy, like everyone just sort of ending up unhappy.
Or dead.
Yes, unhappy. And in a way, you sort of agree that they kind of deserve to be unhappy. And I hated this movie. It does not deserve to be on the list at all.
Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sauce.